Welcome everybody. Manchester United, another great game. Brighton 2, Manchester United 1.
Yeah.
Boys.
What do we say?
Well, we were quite positive when we were speaking to Stuart.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
We were.
I wasn't. You boys were. You boys were. I wasn't. After the 1-1 draw,
I
just
mean,
about.
I was positive until he dropped that stat about they've won 4 of the last 5.
And let's be honest, look, I think if you look at it, I don't think it was a bad game. It was a 1-1 game. But they had a chance that was cleared off by Delo. I won't quite call it off the line, obviously. And then obviously we've got the 2 goals. Delo saves us one, and then the offside goal that we had. So that's you'd call that 2-2, so that's even. But they also hit the post as well, didn't they? They hit the crossbar
Yeah,
with one of their
Welbeck.
chances. Yep.
Could have had
And
a
they also
second.
and then they also scored as well. So in terms of gameplay, I don't think we got dominated by them. I don't think they attacked us so much that we was clinging on for dear life like we were at stages against Fulham last week.
I think it was a more balanced game in terms of the 2 sides. It wasn't a game where anyone really took control of it for me. Obviously, Brighton had the home field advantage. Brighton fans were amazing. I'm sure that plays into a fact on game day and stuff. But it's just, what do we say?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I think like I said, at 1-1 I was like, you know what, fair enough, even game. But though we've lost, I'm really not surprised. I'm really not surprised because again, I know people probably jump on this there, but I've always said, and this is only one game. Look, there's only 2 games played. This is the first game we've lost, so the second game of the season. We've obviously got Liverpool next. We probably end up beating them. Watch, but I just don't see the positivity. I just don't see, where we get this positivity from to say, right, Man United are back, and we're gonna start going up the table. You know, look, I know there's some people obviously in the chats and groups like that as well, like, let's not be negative and things like that. Yeah, and look, let's try not to be, but we've got to try and dissect this game, as much as we can. So are we saying then somebody's got to be culpable for this? Is it the manager? Is it the players? Or is it the footballing squad? Or not the football, what do we call them?
The
The new
structure.
football structure. Is it there? Who's to where does this who does it shoulders does it land on basically?
Basically, who's to blame in it? Who's to blame?
I don't want to say blame, but whose shoulders? Well, let's call it blame. For one of a better word. I'm trying to be a
Yeah.
bit more diplomatic and say whose shoulders does this rest on? But okay, let's say then who do we blame? Bearing in mind, I think last week as well, it was a bit of a 50-50 game. Today again
Was it? You know what? Was today's game worse than last week's?
No, it was better. We were better than last
We
week,
were better today.
and we were playing against a better opposition.
So would you not say it's the same old United or no?
We can't say
I
that
was
again
just going to
because we've
say
said it too
we
many
said that
times, haven't
last
we?
week.
We've said it too many times.
Even the overlap said that. Do you know what I mean? The overlap stole our headline. But
Derek Freud, happy birthday. Apologies about United. You know what I mean? Same old, same old.
We want to see that birthday scrum, by the way.
Yeah, you know what's going on. United lost.
Yeah, United lost. You get a birthday now.
Oh, my days.
Birthday's cancelled. But yeah, man. Oh, what? I don't know what. I don't know what to say.
Right,
What do we do?
boys. It's not about what we're gonna say. The positives are United game today. What were the positives from you two?
João Pedro got me points for FPL.
And the chat as well. Obviously, what's the positives?
I don't think we can do too many positives. I like Xerxes. Obviously, I don't think Murphy's joined at the moment. I think Xerxes is decent. I think you could see he's a bit of a unit. He's got a nice little bit of touches. I think I was saying it in the one of the group chats the other week. Actually, I'm almost seeing him as what's his name, the striker for Arsenal, who went from Chelsea. I forgot his name. Just got to
Giroud,
no
Havertz.
Anelka.
Havertz.
Oh.
Because
Havertz.
Havertz isn't a goal scorer, but what he does, he links that play in, doesn't he? He links it up.
Mm,
He brings the other players in, and he looks like he
mm,
can run a bit. So it's almost to me that's what I can see.
mm,
My biggest gripe for this team, now that we're talking about Arsenal, we haven't got a Saka, we haven't got a Martinelli. We've got nice players with nice touches. Ahmad is good,
mm.
and Garnacho. Obviously, he's still young, but he hasn't got that blistering pace. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't got that Martinelli pace where it's going to peg your defenders right back.
Yeah,
The thing is, the opposition defense can push up against our back, our front line
it's
because
very easy to mark our wingers out of the game.
we haven't got the pace. We're not going to
Yeah,
threaten them. Whether that's Anthony, whether that's Ahmad, whether that's Garnacho. It used to be Rashford, but he looks like he's obviously lost a little bit of something. Rashford could used to do that, but we haven't got those dangerous, strike wingers, and I think that's detrimental to the way you can play in the Premier League.
do you think
So
Anthony has that pace?
no, again, he's a nice player. A bit like Ahmad. I think we're very one-dimensional. Our players are, like I says, they're all the same, other than Rashford. But obviously, we know Rashford's not. That was Rashford of Ten Hag's first season, Rashford of last season, and what he started this season. He's not doing that. You know,
I have a
I'm not.
question about the Xerxes goal. Well, the offside that got ruled out. To me, it looked like Garnacho's hit that. It's gonna go in. The way it was bouncing, it was gonna go in. Is he at fault there?
He's Xerxes.
Yeah. Or is that just like striker's instinct? I've got to get on the end of it.
I think he was already there, and I think his striker's instinct. And I was looking at it, thinking, could you just put your knee down? But
That's what I was thinking.
that's too easy to say. That is.
Yeah, because you're in the moment basically. You don't know what
You're
you're gonna do.
you're in the
You could
moment
like you
as
can't.
a
Yeah.
as a striker. That's going to be your natural instincts. That's why you're a
Mm,
striker. Those natural instincts take over.
mm,
I don't know, man. It's a bit of a hard one, man. Like I said, I think the one other positive we can take from this is that there are gaping holes. There were at times where I was thinking, oh mate, Casemiro. I know obviously you really like Casemiro, Aki, but today I think he was
Today he was awful.
okay. And
Today
this
he
is what
was
I mean.
awful. Yeah. Today he was
Uh,
awful.
and we can't afford to keep doing those. Can he? Will he not? What player are we going to get this week? I think that's the
Mm,
problem with our squad. And to be fair, that's been our problem with our squad for a very long time.
mm,
Ronak, welcome. Yeah, 3 points lost, 100%. Like I says, I think we were in control. I think the possession stats were saying, even the attempts. At one point when I was looking, we had the most attempts. I thought we were the better team in that respect, but it's the same old problem. We just couldn't finish our chances.
mm. I think it was good that
For
Ahmad got a
me,
goal
we did.
from a
Yeah,
different
it
perspective.
was
Ahmad
good
got
that
a
he got a
goal.
goal, but I don't see what else he brought to the game.
Mm,
Like, I don't think anyone had a particularly great game, him included. And I was just like, we're looking a bit flat. That's how I was seeing it, in a sense.
Mate, I think we're looking flat. As fans, we're sounding flat. I think there's some kind of realization. You know what? This season is going to be quite similar again to what we've had in the last couple of seasons. I don't want to say it, but I almost feel like saying it. I am going to say it. I've said it to before to a few of the lads. I don't see nothing changing with the Glazers here. And and
Absolutely.
and and this is horrible to keep going back because it sounds like a broken record now. Just going back to the Glazers, or we could blame the INEOS people. I'm not going to blame anybody at the present moment in time in terms of INEOS because I don't think they're the ones. But I've made that clear before. But I'm just going to let them do what they're going to do. There's not much. I think it might take time. Or are we overreacting? Should we be actually saying, you know what, it's going to take time? Yeah, you know what? I would take the job, but I just think
You
I'd get too
afford the
much stress.
stress.
Exactly. I don't care what manager comes in. Do you know what I mean? I don't care what manager comes in. It's going to be the same old.
You know what it is for me? The way I look at it, right? There's what, 8 days left until the market closes? The window even?
Yeah, yeah.
8 days left till the window closes. We've got in Xerxes, Dilic, Mazraoui, and
What you call it
who's
as
the other
well?
one?
Yoro.
Yoro. Obviously, Yoro injured, unfortunately. But yeah, right. Look, we've brought in good players. We've got rid of some players. We've not improved the squad. If from what we've seen in these last two games, yes, I get it. People need time to settle in. It's like Delec's up here, and then Lindelof wants to be down here, and it's like people come in and do well, and then others think because that person's doing well, I can start slacking a bit now. Like the levels aren't there. It's just I don't know how you fix that.
Sorry, I think we go back to what we said on the podcast with Stuart. How come Brighton? Okay, well, I don't want to compare us too much to Brighton because Brighton, obviously, they're not won anything, and we're winning still things. But the whole still the basis. They can have a manager like Potter play the way they did. They can have a manager like De Zerbi play like they did. They can have this new lad. I still
Fabian
can't pronounce his
Hans,
name properly.
Fabian something.
Fabian,
This Fabian, yes, let's
Fabian
just go with that. Hürzeler,
Hürzeler.
play the way they've been playing. I think he was in a second division team in Germany. I think he came from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they can still have the players the way they do, the players that they bring in. It's it's
It's a
it's
structure. It's a structure. It's. I think TNT Sports as well. When we were when I was watching it before the game, they were talking about. I think Bobby Zamora was there, and he even mentioned it as well. He goes, "It's the data within the club." Now it was unheard of in terms of like no one expected Brighton to go out and literally get someone like Fabian Hürzeler. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like no one, everyone would have thought it would be like a big, not like a big name, but like a medium or some middle class name. No one's heard of this guy. I've never heard of this guy until
I didn't know
today
who he
or
was. Yeah,
yesterday. Yeah,
yeah. I think
but I
the
watched
Real.
their first game.
No, I
I
was gonna
watched the
say
first
Real.
game. I don't
Yeah, go on,
go
Mikey.
on. So I watched the first game and I was impressed with the way he's playing. Today I kept an eye on him, and there was I think the first 10 minutes he looked a bit worried. But for me, I thought maybe he looked a bit worried, and I tweeted it. Maybe he's gonna do like a masterclass, bro. He fucking smashed it. Like there was no tension on his face. He was a bit. His face looked a bit worried, but I think he knew what he was doing. And now the guy's got basically 6 points out of 2 games.
Yeah, the players are going to trust him. But I was going to say was, I think Rio Ferdinand had an interview. I think he had popped down to Brighton, and again he said the same thing. All they did was when Harry Potter, about to call him Graham Potter, when he left Brighton, all they did was whack it into the computer and
Mm,
up deserve his name. And the
yeah,
same thing that they're doing with this guy, like, do you know what I mean? So when people are telling me it's not the structure or it's this, that, that, bollocks.
it is so.
I
It
have a
It
all
is.
stems
question.
from the top. Yeah, a lot of
It
questions
is so.
today. Go
Yeah.
on.
It all stems from Tony Bloom, right? But hearing the way he does his recruitment, hearing the way what you've just said there about appointing managers, can AI run Brighton? You know, if
Mate,
he put his inputs in and tweaked it the way he did, surely AI is going to run Brighton in a
look,
sense.
AI is AI, and you need human intervention. So I think
No, that's what I mean. He'd be like the guy running the software, like the guy that comes in every now and again to make sure it's still running.
yeah. The data's input straight. Look, I think we almost had our own AI, didn't we? Obviously, Shake AI.
Funds for Manuel
Um,
Ugarte.
You know what? Let's. I think let's get on to
cheers,
Ugarte.
Echo.
Ugarte. Look. As much as like I mentioned in the group yesterday, as much as I want Ugarte in the team, like now, I don't think it changes much from what I saw today. It doesn't change much from what I saw today. Like you said, Harps, just a few minutes ago. As long as the Glazers are there, nothing changes, which is true. Until the Glazers go, everything changes for United. You can bring in whoever you want, big name, football men, stuff like that, like the Ashworths, Paredes, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think, and I agree with you. Like, I've always low key agreed with you in terms of once the Glazers go, everything is going to change at United. Now, you might see small steps changing, but the overall thing, like you said again, the structure, there's no structure. United, look, we have got a football structure in place, but it's not the right structure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't see. I don't get it because all these because okay, last season or the season before, the argument against Eddie Ten Hag was that he's bringing all the players that he knows, he's bringing all the Ajax ex Ajax players and things of that nature, which we could say okay, which is fair enough because we've said before that he didn't have either the faith in the the scouts there, so he brought the players that he needed. But this year we brought all that football structure in. Why are we getting the likes of Delict? Why are we getting the likes of Mazarawi? You know, why are we getting the place like Xerxes, who've obviously Bayern and Dutch and things like that nature? Why isn't them? Can we now blame Ten Hag for that as well?
Shout out Poggy's back again, but is that a reason? Ten Hag is useless.
Pog is saying, let's all be real. Okay, look, Ten Hag. I'm a big supporter of Ten Hag, but I'll say okay, Ten Hag is useless. But who's been useful post Fergie? No,
Jose.
we've looked at. Has he?
I mean, he won
Who?
trophies.
Well, so did
Who?
Ten Hag. He said Jose.
Who?
Jose.
You said
Jose.
Jose.
He
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
After said Jose. He won trophies, but so has Eddie Ten Hag. So if you're gonna
Ten Hag.
call
Ten Hag.
call Ten Hag useless, then we've got to call
Yeah.
what's his
Van
name useless as
Hal,
well.
Jose,
He
all
won
of
Van
them.
trophies,
Gaal won a
Jose.
trophy as well. Yeah.
Do you know what I
Technically,
mean?
Moyes won a trophy.
Oh god, the
Technically.
Charity Shield. Yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry, Jose won the treble,
I
according
was
to
going to
him.
say Jose counted that as his treble, did he?
Yeah, exactly. You know, Man United. What's Ronnie saying here? Murphy, sorry, Ronnie the Oracle called this, and whilst the man was screaming for Ten Hag, fundamental tactical flaws, midfield wide open as usual.
Oh, my days.
I think I was surprised with the Bruno substitution.
That was odd. That was really odd.
I'm not too sure whether he's injured. Obviously, we've not seen the post-match analysis. So if anybody has heard it, no doubt they will ask about Bruno. Can anybody just let us know why that may have been? But that was a bit of a weird one. I said, okay, he must be tired or something of that nature because he never brings Bruno off normally.
Yeah.
So I can't say it was a tactical decision, and if it was, but I don't know.
I think. Look, Murphy even said it. Ronnie basically in the Discord before the game that Ten Hag basically got. It was the same lineup. Would
He
you
was
agree
pissed
with
this
the?
morning.
Yeah. So would you agree with the lineup that he put out there, or did it need to change?
Yeah. So like Panache said, it's the second game of the season. I agree with that. It's only the second game of the season, but I
Yeah.
think the problem is we've seen the same things that we've seen previously, even the first game of the season, even during pre-season as well. There's not much of a change to get us
It's the same
excited.
stuff we saw last year.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to answer your question, Aki, was you surprised? No, and I believe that you don't change a winning team because otherwise players will start like saying, "Well, what else can I do?" Do you know what I mean?
That win though, it was more of a comfortable win. You'd only keep it unchanged if it's a comfortable win. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah,
what.
but don't forget, you've also got players who are coming back into fitness as well. The likes of Delete has not really had much of a pre-season. So because okay, what would the changes have been? You'd have changed Maguire for Delict.
Yeah,
Mazraoui
and
would have started, and that's it, maybe.
Mazarao's already started
No, not
anyway.
Mazraoui. Xerxes already going to start if he
yeah,
Xerxes would start instead of Mason Mount.
Mount. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, like I says, Mason Mount's had a pre-season, so you think, okay, well, and Xerxes hasn't.
But the
So you
thing
think,
is, though, Mount and Bruno in that you know what it is. Forget Bruno or Mount. Yeah, just that false nine position doesn't work for United. If you put Xerxes in
they
that
won
false
a, they
nine
won a,
position,
they,
it
they won a
works.
Brighton, they won a Brighton last season. They won an FA Cup final playing that way
Yeah, but no, come on, look.
against Man City.
We don't want to carry on from last season. We want a new way of doing it.
Yeah, but you
Like now,
can't do that
Ten
because
Hag's got.
But you haven't
But
got
the
the
thing is,
strikers.
yeah, but the thing is, look, you got Xerxes. You've just spent money on him, but just play the guy. Yes,
Yeah, but you
he's
can't just
a few minutes at
you got to build him up, because then when he gets injured because he's not had much of a pre-season, people say, well, you shouldn't have played him.
Was he training and stuff for Bologna before we got him? Because I know.
No, don't forget he was at the Euros. He was at the
No.
Euros.
He went
He came
Euros.
back,
He went holiday,
had a
and then he
break, and
came
came
back.
straight.
And then I think he had
So he
about a
trained at the
week's
Euros, and
training,
that's about it.
and then he had a week's
Really?
training before the Community Shield.
Yeah, look, I think Murphy, you going, has Jim still got Tuchel's number in his phone? Get back to Monaco. Tell me we need to chat. I think Tuchel would have come, but Tuchel saw it and thought, nah, soz mate.
Yeah.
He rejected us. It's not that we couldn't, we didn't accept him. It's the other way around. Tuchel definitely rejected us.
I think De Zerbi did as well, did he?
Look, you can't say we started Mount of Xerxes because he had a pre-season. Bruno Almeida didn't have a pre-season. Collie did. McTominay did. Exactly. That's my point. You just have to put him out there. Now,
You can't say we started
with-
Mount of Xerxes because he had a preseason. Bruno and Manu didn't have a preseason. Collier did. McTominay. Yeah, but then okay, you're starting players who haven't done that. So what we're saying is you're just going to throw them all in. They could well not be 100%, and then they get injured, and then we're going to say, oh, injuries again.
the guy that won you, the guy that won you the game against Fulham, didn't even start today. I would have started him straight up.
Yeah, but he's brought him on second half. If we want to go that way, we were doing okay. We scored in the second half, so when he came on, we was doing fine. But then he shouldn't have scored that goal. He shouldn't have scored that. He shouldn't have.
Should have straightened his leg.
Yeah,
okay.
Do you know what I mean?
In this game, okay, you know what? In this game, yeah, Bruno and Mount in them positions, yeah, does that work for you? Yes or no?
This isn't.
Does it work for you boys? Does it work for you boys? Does it work for you boys? Yes or no?
Well, it does, yeah, because like I said, he's won title. He's won an FA Cup final. He won against Brighton last season. Is it the way we want to go? No. Again, does it work for us? We won last week.
But the thing is, it needs to go the way we need to go, though. That's the thing.
Last
week we only won because Xerxes come on and he changed the game for me.
Okay, but
that's
just
the thing.
To point on that,
we changed the system of it all.
He's not a 9.
9.5, false 9. Exactly. If you're going to play a false 9,
we're still going to play that.
So then we're still going to play that false 9
If you're going to play Bruno as a false 9, fucking put Joshua Xerxes as a fucking false 9. Why? Just do it. Just do it.
He did do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, but he did do it.
He come on as a false 9 against Fulham when he fucking scored a goal. Do it again against Brighton when we lost.
So, Aki, so what's your gripe now? So I'm confused. Is it the formation, because you was moaning about the formation, or is it not the playing Xerxes?
No, it's not even that. It's both of them. Bruno and Mount for me doesn't work. Yeah? Bruno as a false 9 doesn't work. Keep him as a number 8 or as a number 10. If you brought in someone like Xerxes to play, the 9.5, just fucking play a false 9. Simple as.
Well, so I think
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, Liverpool, he doesn't start. It'll be the same fucking bullshit lineup again.
No. I think he'll start. He'll start against Liverpool. Guarantee you that.
Delete will start. That's about it.
Nah, Xerxes will start. You want a little wager on that whilst we're on live air?
Doing the best in the world. Playing first time with Mount. If anyone thinks this makes sense, I've got a fresh air to tell you.
If anyone thinks that makes sense, I've got some preview there.
So Bruno best in the like I says, I like I said, I didn't see many people saying, "Oh, why is Xerxes playing? Oh, why isn't Delit playing?" When the teams came out, they were okay. We kind of get it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's the
because Ten Hag's stubborn, isn't it? Ten Hag's stubborn.
But if he's stubborn,
he's always been that way.
No, but I don't get if he's stubborn then. So why is he playing? Why is he playing this formation? Because this isn't his formation.
By the way,
how he played. This ain't played at Ajax.
Ipswich 1-0 against City.
Well, that ain't gonna last long, is it? No, winning.
1-0 against City.
Yeah, that's not gonna last long. I'm not gonna get excited about that. Yeah.
Where are they? Etihad.
Etihad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haaland will shut them up in about 5 minutes.
My name. What? We don't play. We don't even play with a striker. This false crap. I agree. I don't like it. I agree with this. I don't like it. This is why I said we need to go for a Tony. Do I think Tony's the player I want? No, but is he the most gettable of what we kind of need? Yes, because I
Is he
think
the
we
most
need.
available goal scorer as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's what it is.
That's my
We need
point
somebody
there.
we need
That's
somebody
my
with
point there. That's my point there.
Yeah,
We've not got a striker. Just play Zuski. Simple
yeah.
as.
To be fair, I don't think Erik Ten Hag. I don't think he does not know that. Do you know what I mean? I think he knows that. If you look at
You were saying basically we won trophies with a false nine, Bruno.
yeah,
You just said false nine is annoying.
yeah. No, I said we won.
Now
We won
what?
it. I said we won
Yeah,
it, which we have.
yeah,
You tell me how much
but
money.
yeah,
We won
yeah.
against
No, we have
Brighton
won
with the
it.
false
Yeah,
nine.
we have won
Yeah, we
it.
won. Yeah, we played last week. We won with the false
Yeah,
nine.
but if you've got a striker like Zuski, fucking play him. Simple as.
Bro, you wasn't even bigging up Zersky at the start of the season. You've only just thinking
I
him now.
was.
Cause
I
fuck
was. I watched a few
off, was
clips.
ya?
He was-
Was
Once
he?
he signed, bro.
Yeah.
Once he signed,
Sure,
I
man,
watched.
He signed, not
Bro,
before
bloody
that.
once
hell.
he signed, I watched clips.
Nah,
Simple as.
we do that with all the players. Look, all I'm trying to say is
I watched
Eddie Ten
clips,
Hag
Bro,
and I
and the board
respected
listen,
him.
boys.
have gone.
I've got the
I bought
answer.
his stock still. I bought
Yeah,
his
but
stock.
obviously he knows
Ugarte was
Xerxes. That's
different.
why he's obviously gone for him. That's why the
Listen,
club's gone for him.
I've got the answer to all our problems. Sekou Kone.
Tu
Just
rende,
play him.
yaar. Tu rende. Yaar, tu
Bro,
rende.
No, he's
Tu rende,
the
yaar.
best number 6 I've ever seen.
You
Let's
fuck
just
you
whack him
leave it,
in.
man. You leave it.
Let's just
Look,
whack
Stay
him in.
quiet. Boys, go on mute, bro. Go on mute.
Nah,
No,
look,
if we're gonna start judging players from when they signed for United, not before, because before he signed for United, he wasn't a goal scorer, right? He's never been a goal scorer. So what's like? I don't see how it works. He can't. Oh, 1 second. I've said on Discord for a long time. The day. I mean, I do agree with it. I don't agree with that.
I think that's being taken out of context. What he was saying is basically, I can't play Ajax football because I haven't got the players to play Ajax football. It's quite simple as that, really.
But then, surely now,
You know what? This is Hap disagreeing with Johnny.
You don't employ a milkman to deliver post.
You don't employ a milkman to deliver the post.
That's very true.
But we've employed Champions League winners. We've employed Premier League. Jose Mourinho won the league at every club he'd gone to.
We employ
from Porto onwards. From Porto onwards. Do you know what I mean? And and he was saying his greatest achievement in football is us finishing second.
Yeah.
We've had Louis van Gaal, kind of that whole Barcelona thing. That didn't work. Jose never got back. Man wanted so many players out, and they stood out here causing issue. This is what I'm trying to say to you is we can keep going on about the managers and we can keep going on about the players because the same old we've churned so many players out now. Before it used to be Pogba.
Fellaini was a problem.
Fellaini, you had all these players. Now they're all gone. Jesse Lingard was also the issue as well. Doing too many dances, too many dabs and all that. Martial, so they've all gone. And
apart from Maguire still gets a lot of abuse. Remember?
Yeah, but every player gets abuse. Every player gets abuse. Do you know what I mean? I've gone beyond blaming the players now because they're going to find a new scapegoat.
That's it. Like, this is the thing. Give it 6 weeks, and there'll be a new hot topic that people want to blame. Whether it's the manager or it's all these other managers we've brought in to be assistant managers and coaches and whatnot. Because, I mean, I think all the coaches we've signed are ex-managers wherever they came from, with the exception of the goalkeeping coach. To me, it kind of felt a bit like we've not obviously given Erik a new deal, but we've got a bunch of interims here if we need to get rid of him. And the most attractive of the lot, Ruud van Nistelrooy, he can be our interim, which I do feel that's going to happen. But what do we do? Where do we go?
Thing is, I think you've got Murphy saying here, and I think Lecroyd's also asking the question, who do you take new manager if Ten Hag is sacked? And Murphy's saying, Goldbridge turning on Ten Hag today. He's even questioned why Ruud is his assistant. We know why, and we'll see this incoming. Okay, get Ruud van Nistelrooy, and when Ruud took that position, I just thought, Ruud, why? Why have you done that? Not because I was thinking, oh, you're going to be a rubbish coach, or you're going to become the interim manager. I was just thinking you're going to get so much abuse here. And okay, even if what Rude gets the interim job again. It sounds so weird saying this after a second game of the season, but we all know how it's going to go. We all know Erik Ten Hag is going to get sacked. Let's not kid ourselves. But Rude Van Nistelrooy taking that job will be the stupidest thing he does as well. And I don't get why they do it. I don't get why they do it.
I agree. When Rude got announced as whatever he is, assistant manager or coach or whatever, I thought, to me, it was he's going to be interim. He'll probably get the job, and it was just I was having flashbacks of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
And look how the fans turned on him. This is a man who won us the treble. This is a man who went, he gave everything for Man United. He was never first choice. Gave him everything for Man United. Had one of the greatest reputations amongst the fans, and the newer, younger fan base ripped him apart and showed him no respect whatsoever. And I just thought, I don't want another player to have to go through that.
But I can't feel sorry for them either, because then they're putting themselves in the firing line to do it.
That's the dilemma there. They've then chosen to go that way. But it is what it is. It's just...
Yeah, like Poggy's saying, we had a goal difference of -1 last year. That's enough to lose your job. I think last year we could make excuses because of the the injuries and things like that there. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of reasons last season. Electrodes was saying, did Mike Keegan say before?
Just disappeared for some reason.
Yeah, I think he's going to apply for the manager's job.
He's back.
He's back.
Just lagging like fucking United.
Fucking yeah,
we thought you could apply for the manager's job.
Nah, it's lagging by like United, but it's like fucking shit like United.
Like 10 years, that is 10, 11 years. Electrodes also saying, did Mike Keegan say before that if Ten Hag is sacked, Tuchel would be the main candidate, or at least one of the main candidates? I don't really care who the candidate is.
Electro, listen to me. Take my advice. Get off this and go enjoy your birthday.
Simple. Go enjoy your birthday.
United, yeah. Don't let United. Don't let us ruin your birthday. Go.
You know where we are. Just send the food.
Yeah, I think Murphy's just confirmed.
Oh shit.
Ipswich 3-1. What did I say? There's no point worrying about Ipswich. And losing against Man City. It's
3 goals in 4 3 goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Haaland and De Bruyne.
12, 14, 16. That's 4 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
No, 4 minutes.
12, 14, 16.
Yeah, 12 to 16. 12 plus 4 is 16.
No, what he's saying now, 12 to 16 is 4 minutes. That after
yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16. 4 minutes.
Yeah, I said 4 minutes.
I don't know who's saying 6 minutes.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 5, 6. 13,
you don't count the 12th one in, you joker.
Yeah, 4, yeah.
14, yeah, we're going to do live math lessons.
United.
Yo, not only do we talk about United, we also do live math sessions. So if any of your kids want their +9 tutoring, we're here, man. Just hit us up, yeah. We'll get on there.
AQA certified and all that.
I don't know, man. What we got? Who is it next? Liverpool next week.
Yeah. What we saying? Are we getting fucking littered? Are we getting littered?
I think what we're saying is we're gonna win. It's one of those games whereby it's no surprise that we'll win.
Exactly the same point it was last season.
Last season.
It was third game in, wasn't it?
No, that was
the first season.
First season.
First season.
And we lost the first 2.
Who scored the winner?
I can't remember who scored the winner, but I know Sancho scored. Rashford scored.
Sancho scored the winner.
Sancho, yeah.
Sancho scored the winner. Yeah, I know them 2 had scored.
He didn't even make the squad today. But he was there, so fair play. He showed up.
Do you think he ends up leaving though, Sancho?
I think so. Like I said, I think the only positive from today's game is that We know we still need more signings.
Yeah.
Murphy, this team and its players is set up for a defensive manager. That's why Ole had success. Ten Hag won finals playing defensive football. This team can't play attacking, controlling football. Uh,
I mean, yeah, when Ollie tried to change from counter attacking to be more pressing, we got exposed. We saw how it went. When Ten Hag tried to be more forward thinking and more pressing, we saw how it went. Do we
yeah,
need more
man.
players out and more players in? At this point, what do we do?
I mean, you know my thoughts on it. I don't think I'm gonna, I don't think I'm gonna go on that. But okay, just before we wrap up, then, guys, I think what we got 8 more days. So basically, just the day before the Liverpool game, isn't it? The 1st of September. It closes. So next Sunday, is it next Sunday? Sorry, next Saturday. The
Who do we expect? Not what you guys want, but who do we expect to come in and get sold?
I don't expect
sorry,
anyone to come in.
it is next Sunday. Sorry, the 1st of September. So that's the last day of the transfer window. Did we say Ugarte might not come in?
I
Yeah,
don't think
I
it
said it.
does.
Yeah, I said it yesterday in the group. Maybe there's a chance that he doesn't go through.
So for me, for us to stand a chance, we need. I'm gonna say Ugarte. We're gonna need that. We need that type of player, and we need Tony. So I'm gonna not only am I gonna say positions, I'm just gonna say the players as well. So okay, let's say
Yeah.
Ugarte and Tony for me.
Would you take Rabia?
No.
See, to me, I think we need all three.
The reason why I wouldn't take Rabiot is I asked myself a couple of questions. We've got 8 days, 8 days left to the transfer window. Why has nobody signed him up? Okay, is he that good, or is he saying I'm going to wait for the best deal? He could be looking after himself in that respect. But if he's saying I'm looking out for the best deal, is he the type of player that we want at Man United?
That's my issue now. It's giving me mercenary vibes.
I like the player, and I think as a player, I think if you were just talking about just the player who plays on the pitch, I think he's a very good player, and I think he'd be very good. But as we know, this isn't Football Manager or EA whatever. It is all the other stuff that comes off the field with it. That's the problem we've got.
I don't. Does Tony come in? Do we try a cheeky bid? Is that a
Yeah,
possibility?
go on, Aki.
Go on.
Gurpreet's going in out of Irfan.
Oh,
Or what in the group chat?
yeah.
Because we are not as open as last season. It's 2 fucking games in
Tell him
Irfan.
to
Two
jump in the
fucking
live
games.
chat. Tell him to
You
jump in
you
the
tell
live
him it.
chat.
He's your boy. You tell him he's your boy.
I don't think he's my boy. 1 second. Let me share the link.
Yeah, I think we're
I've
gonna
already
try and
shared
stay.
it. I've already shared it.
It's look,
Already shared it.
we're
Right,
going to try
right.
and stay positive as we can, and it is the same game of the season. But I think again, like I said at the top of the show, we're seeing the same old problems that we've seen
Yeah.
before. I think that's where we're at. I think if we were dominating and we was really, on the front foot and we lost the game, we'd say, "Oh, you know what, bit of a shit one that is." But I can see what we were trying to do. The only positive I can take from compared to last season, we weren't as open. I get that, and I do agree with that. It was 50-50, the possession was. I think we might have just nicked it a little bit. So there's something to build on. But again, as I've said before, I think this is us this season where we're going to get to a point like we did today and last week. I think these two games will sum us up this season if we keep the players that we've got now, which I think it will be. Will Rasmus coming back? Will he change it for us ultimately?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Can I just mention one quick thing? We are literally here, and as you see, United have lost. But one of the main things we need to talk about as well is Punjab are currently 0-0 in the FA Vars.
Oh, wicked. No.
What
Yeah,
score is it?
0-0 against 0-0 Balam. 27
Are
minutes.
we going next week?
I believe so.
FA Cup.
I think so.
Yeah.
Are we
You're
going?
going to
Yeah,
Liverpool game, Hobbs, isn't it?
Yeah, Harps is going to the
Yeah.
Liverpool game.
Yeah.
I think
But,
you boys will be. Yeah, you boys will be going to
we'll drive down on Saturday.
down south, so that's quite
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully Punjab get another win there. So Murphy saying Harps is the sensible one and likes to keep it positive, see a bigger picture and back East. Reality is even INEOS onshore on him. He's on a tight. I 100% agree, and I think we said so many times last season as well, or in the summer, that Erik Ten Hag should have gone.
Yeah.
Again, another silly decision for him to stay on as well. Murphy's also saying, "Yo, Abso, who was that we all seen? Who was that? We all saw?
I don't know who walked in.
Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry."
One of the women of my family. Bet she's got better opinions than Banks. Maybe. That's entirely possible. Oh man. But yeah, the INEOS aren't sure on him. They shopped around for managers, got rejected by anyone and everyone. Whatever PR they put out about, this person was asking too much wages, this person was asking this person, whatever it is, the manager said no. And then they decided, we're going to activate this 12-month extension that he's got in his contract. Not, oh, we're going to give him a brand new 5-year deal and we're going to back him. We're just going to activate this extension.
You know what? Here's the thought that's just coming to my head. Now,
Do not say Gareth Southgate.
No. I won't.
God.
It relates to INEOS and Ten Hag. So obviously, what he said is, look, reality is even INEOS ain't sure of Ten Hag. Well, to be honest with you, I think we can all agree on that. Maybe INEOS have given Ten Hag what he needs, so they don't get the blame, but it's Ten Hag when he fails. So in a way, they're setting him up for failure by giving
I
him
don't
what
think
he needs.
INEOS will get any blame.
Yeah, INEOS aren't going to get any blame. People are saying INEOS are here going to turn this around. Again, I've been asking the question since they got part ownership. What have they done to merit this? You know, I think there was even a tweet out last week, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Which made me chuckle. Or like INEOS group done well, they've won or something like that. They talked about United, Lausanne. I think
Yeah,
even the All
INEOS put
Blacks
the
team
tweet
was
out.
there. Is even their biking team or something. Conveniently missed off Nice,
Who lost
who lost.
to a newly promoted side.
And you know, it'll be interesting to see their tweet this week if they say the same thing. Maybe Nice will win. You know, I like I said, I just don't think INEOS are the ones. INEOS done what the fans
He's
begged them
spot
to
on
do.
there.
Keith back him. Now he's going to crumble, and INEOS can say, "Well, we did what people." Well, that as I said again in the summer as well. That was a week of sign of weakness for me from INEOS.
Yeah.
They're doing what the people want. That's not how you run it. You go with what you believe. Do you know what I mean? You say, right, I don't want this. I'm going with this because this is how I believe it. You live and die by your own sword, not by what
Public
others are
opinion.
saying and then blaming others, because then it just becomes a blame game, and that's not what we want.
That's what it's
So
been for the last 12
yes,
years now.
you know, since post Fergie, that's what it's been. You know, even with the Glazers, they're being the popular player who all the fans want, and then they'll say, oh yeah, you know, that's not what we want. We were needed, and this, that, the other. You know. Consensus certain Ten Hag fan account saying Rome wasn't built
He's
in a
already
day.
started.
Trust the process. Who's that?
He's already started, Frank. He's already
Oh,
started. Yeah.
Frank.
God knows.
Sorry,
But no, you
guys.
know what? I want to say
Ten
two
Hag,
things
is that
before we
Ten
go.
Hag era?
Yeah, I
Frank.
want to say two things before we go. Because my internet's lagging again. So the first thing is obviously, I'm expecting Zertsky, Garnacho, and Gillett to start against Liverpool.
I'll go with Xerxes and Delict.
Yeah.
Garnacho still hasn't done anything for me to say he starts, but he may do.
And the other thing is, guys, we're on 4.7k subs. Let's push to 5k. If you guys anyone can share it across all channels, privately, publicly, we'd appreciate it.
Really do, man. And yeah, press those likes so we get more people interacting and get out to more people as well, which is quite important for us because
Just
we just want more and more
yeah,
people involved,
Zesky.
underrepresented. But
It's
Banks, it's
Zesky.
Banks,
not
just started trying to say his
Zesky.
name.
Fucking hell, this bro, go out and enjoy your fucking birthday, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, we want to
Fucking
spend it with us, man. What's wrong with that? Do you know
No,
what I mean?
kid.
I'm grateful
What's
that
wrong
he's
with
here
that?
spending it with us.
Yeah, do you know what I
But
mean? Let's at least bring some joy. Murphy, fans are emotional and clueless on football. Never listen to fans. Just look at Banks. Worst football takes I've ever seen. INEOS, you're the leaders. Make your own decisions, not the fans' taste. If I agree with that, Murphy, we're gonna get into trouble. You know what I mean? We'll get some trouble within the boys.
man.
Yeah, but I agree. Let's not
You know
go
what?
with what
The
fan
chat is
sentiments.
like the chat smashes it every time. We gotta say, like,
No,
we didn't know
100%,
whether or
man.
not to do these lives. We started doing them, and you know what? Shout out the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out,
They
man.
make them.
Excuse me, Fatih. Yo Mamu. So I don't know
Yeah,
who
that's my
Yo
nephew.
Mamu is. Oh, okay, fair play.
He's sat in the
Uh,
other room.
and Murphy Matt brought in best in class. Listen to fans for fuck's sakes. Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's a better note to end on that. You know what I mean? I don't think we can. Let's just hope. Yeah, I'm going to end it with a positivity. I'm going to try to anyway. We've got 8 more days. Let's bring in some of these players that we're all talking about, the fans. So if all the fans make enough noise, we might get them. And it's going to be Liverpool when everything's doom and gloom. So that means we're going to win. So again, everybody, appreciate you joining in. Again, like Aki says, please share, like, subscribe to it. You know what I mean? It all helps. Brings in other guests as well that we can share with it. And it's been great doing that as well. So, but yeah. Thank you, Man United. Thanks for the weekend.
The guy that turns up on your parties, dropping the hick on me, shut up.